Before getting into understanding the basic concepts of economics, it is always wise to understand the different schools of thought. As mentioned in the introductory video, every economist has a different outlook about economic events or policies. These might seem contradictory to one, but they might both be right in their own ways. Understanding the basics of their thought processes helps us understand why an economist provides certain types of solutions to certain problems. These thought processes are categorized into common groups and are referred to as schools of thought. We start off with the classical school with people like Adam Smith and David Ricardo and the likes. Adam Smith, particularly, was of a period when mercantilism was popular and economics was still a part of political economics. Adam Smith's Wealth of Nation opposed mercantilism and put a secular view to it. It refused to explain the distribution of wealth as an act of God and used factors like politics, economics, social factors, technology to explain the complex correlation between them. His invisible hand concept gave credence to the individual centered analysis, where free market would operate and government interfered minimalistically. People would automatically advance their own welfare. This government didn't need to interfere in a lot of the matters. Years later, economists like David Ricardo advanced these concepts by bringing in theories like comparative advantage in exports and imports between nations. Neoclassical economists emerged around 1900s to compete with the classical theories. Economists like Alfred Marshall and John Hicks were critical of the theories provided by the classical economists. Key early assumptions of neoclassical economics was maximization of utility. Classical economists thought that factor pricing was the most important factor in product pricing. Neoclassical economists, on the other hand, considered the utility that the consumer could derive out of the commodity to be the main factor in its pricing. That is why a difference can be found in its production cost and retail price, which is referred to as economic surplus. Therefore, while a consumer makes rational choice, competition in the market leads to efficient allocation of resources. Another mainstream school of thought is Keynesian school. It was developed during the Great Depression of the 1930s and named after John Maynard Keynes. After the First World War, when the Great Depression set in, the policies of neither classical economists nor neoclassical economists seemed to be too effective. The concept of laissez-faire was not working, and Keynes wanted government intervention to solve issues. Aggregate economies work individualistically, and they needed individual solution and policies. By increasing the government expenditure and reducing taxes could stimulate demand and supply in the economy could be brought out from the slump. His policies brought a completely different branch of economics called Keynesian economics as a study subject. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please don't forget to hit the like and the